The next role that we're going to break down is the role of the business leader. This is the business management or business executives within the organization. One of their responsibilities that's extremely important is just making sure they have an open mind and they're enabling access to their various business resources, whether that be their management team, their supervisors, their subject matter experts, their users, or other business resources that are necessary to help make sure that that solution meets those business needs. That agile team will need support. They will have questions that come up, that they will need business resources that they can reach out to. And it's just really important for those leaders to really enable access and not frown upon or slap the hand of somebody from the agile team that's reaching out to a random business resource to get an answer to a question they have. Kind of one of the main things a business leader is going to do as well is provide the needs of management. That product owner may have a really good perspective to how users potentially are going to work with the solution, but managers have needs too, leaders have needs too. They have various reports or other elements of that solution that they need to come out of that. They have user stories of their own that they need to have completed. So it's important that those leaders are providing those user stories or at least the business need of theirs to that product owner. Throughout the project, that business leader is also there to ensure that those user story results are creating value for the business. Sometimes agile teams can get too much into checking the boxes and basically completing various user stories that they may not be really validating that those user stories that are being completed are actually creating value for the business. You got to make sure that when somebody is utilizing the feature, that product, that user story helped create, that is actually doing something to move the needle forward for the business. So that business leader is there to really ensure that the results that are coming out of the project, ultimately that solution, are being able to be utilized or will be able to be utilized by the business, and it will create value for them. And because the business leader has access to various other resources as well as has a little bit more pull within the organization, they help to resolve a lot of impediments or at least help escalate the resolution of various impediments. Just like with the project sponsor, it's really important for business leaders to participate in sprint reviews. It's really important that the person that's giving them needs, which the business leaders are giving them the needs of the management, that they're there to validate that the solution that's being determined will actually give them the value and solve that particular need. So really important that business leaders are attending the sprint reviews as well as other feedback demos that may be scheduled. Another thing the business leaders really want to make sure they're doing is that they're encouraging that cross-team and cross-department collaboration for the same reasons we mentioned for the project sponsor, as well as kind of tying it into the enabling access to the business resources. It's just important that the development team and that agile team as a whole has access to the resources they need to meet the needs of the business through that eventual solution. And last but not least, it's really nice when business leaders are able to acknowledge team successes. It helps the team be able to achieve those successes over and over, but also there just to provide support. If questions are coming up, that type of thing, they can help just to provide that support, provide that leadership, that management, that guidance that's needed to keep the team moving forward.